Hey everybody, I am just giving you a quick tour. If you were lucky enough to get onto the adventure tour, the training tour here in Washington State this year for July and August, there's 3 of them. I am down here at the Riverside Lodge, easy for me to say, in Stevenson, Washington, where the tour will start, and we're going to spend 2 nights at this particular lodge. What makes me excited about this, it's the only lodge that is on the river. So we'll have multiples of us staying here. This will be shared. Now it's kind of dirty because everybody's, they're just cleaning up now, but we've got a shared bathroom over here, beds up on top. There's 2 up there, and then there's a bed down over here. And this is the largest lodge. This one's neat. Again, this one's right on the water. All of them have a view, and this is the only lodge where you can walk down, put your feet right in the river. That's really neat. This area over here to my right, if you look at this park over here behind me, this is Bob's Beach, and that's part of the township here. That's a public beach area, and we can go hang out there if we want to. Also behind me over here, and I know I'm all shaded out, but that dock there behind me is where you'll see the stern wheel or the paddle wheeler dock occasionally. If you've ever seen the recent movie Maverick, the steam wheeler they used in that movie is the one that's passes back and forth here right in front of the lodging. And we have this really nice spot where we can pull off on the side of the road, and then if it's hot out, they'll hang out in the water or under that waterfall. Well, since I'm doing sneak peeks this year of what the training tour in Washington State's all about, thought I'd stop off here on my scouting day at the lunch spot of our very first lunch training day just outside of Stevenson. Now, the way the day starts off is we end up doing a little training down in the lower ground to get the essentials. We take an easy gravel road ride. We end up crossing a wooden bridge, which is that one right there. And when we get to this side, there is just a ton of parking space. And this is where we end up having lunch. And we come down here, take off our boots, take off our socks, cool off a bit, enjoy a meal, enjoy chatting about the morning event before we continue up to Three Corner Rock. That's what adventure is all about. If you don't stop and enjoy what's there, I mean, after all, what's the point? In Africa, I had to worry about hippos and elephants and alligators and crocodiles and big snakes. But here in Washington, if you watch carefully and you look for the paw prints, you'll see we've got some things you have to watch out for too. And there it is. Some of the biggest paw prints out here. And these are big enough that these aren't a car, these aren't a Jeep. These are from a logging truck. And don't ever forget that these roads are 2-way roads, not 1-way roads. This is our final bailout point just before the highlight or the grand finale of our training day. Right there is Three Corner Rock. It's up on the hill, and this is the out and back. And you'll see right here behind me the bike, and you'll see there's a support truck coming up here. So this is a maintained road, but it's definitely the most challenging part of what a lot of people think is the entire ADV training tour. But there's also some sections up on the last day going into leg 2 of the BDR that's just as challenging. Now today, it turns out that this section is really in great shape this year, which means that we're going to have probably the majority of the riders riding to the top. Now there have been some years where very few riders rode this very last section, and the reason is right here. So this rock, of course, everything looks good when you hold the camera up nice and high, but this is some pretty significant rock if you look at it up and close. And this section here going up this road is just part of it. It's a series of switchbacks that run up and through the woods here, zigzagging up to the high point. The reward for making this run is Three Corner Rock. We get up to the top, climb to the very top. It's an old fire lookout. And on a clear day, you get to see 5 mountains. This is it, last sneak peek into the adventure training tour here in Washington State. This is Three Corner Rock, and from here I can see Mount Hood, Mount St. Helens. Today I get Mount Adams behind me and also Mount Rainier. Fantastic. I can see Portland. I can see the Columbia River. It is an incredible sight if you make it all the way up here. And this year, everything's in such good condition that I think most of the people, as I mentioned before, will make it up here on their bikes. If not, we make sure everybody gets to the high point, because this is what it's all about. If you didn't make it onto the tour this year, make sure you get on the wait list so you get an early notification. We did bump the tours from our normal 2 up to 3 for 2021. We still have a pretty good wait list, so maybe next year we'll have 4. We'll start with those on the wait list, fill those tours up, and then try to fill it up so that we have some extra space for other people to jump into. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining me. If you're on the tour, I'll see you in just a little, well, either later next month or the following month. And if not, I'll see you in 2022.